I'm a savage, yeah. Classy, bougie, ratchet, yeah. Sassy, moody, nasty, yeah.
Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, please go ahead and click that subscribe button and click the bell so you can get notified every time I post a new video. Alright, so by the title, you saw it was about my experience at Zaxbys. This, I don't know if this is gonna be a long story or short, because it was a lot of stuff that went on. Alright, I'm gonna start from my interview. Well, I'm gonna start from my friend telling me about the job. Alright, so my friend, she was already working there for like 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. She was already working there. So I was like, you like it? She was like, yeah, I like it. It's pretty cool. And I was like, okay, I'll try it. And so I was like, I was nervous at first. So then I came in for an open interview, because he had open interviews like Thursdays. So I came in, well, it supposed to be a Thursday, but I came in a Wednesday. My friend told me Wednesday. She didn't remember what day, if it was Wednesday or Thursday. So I went on ahead and tried Wednesday. So I went in, and it was like an older lady there. She was like, open interviews are Thursdays. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll come back on Thursday. Then she was like, no, you can stay here. It's a manager in right now. So the manager, she came out. I ain't gonna say her name. She came out and she was like, hey. And I was like, hi. And she was like, you for open interview? I was like, yes, ma'am. So we sat down and we talked. She asked me some questions. One of the questions was, do you do chores at home? And I was like, yes, ma'am. She was like, oh, okay, because some people that come in that try to work here don't do open interviews. Don't do chores at home. I didn't mean to say open interviews. So I was like, oh, okay. Then she started talking to me about her son, about how her son don't do chores. That's not my problem. It's really not my problem. I was like, okay. And then she was like, her son has a car and all this and all that. And then so she was just going on and on and on. And so she asked me, what days can I work? And I was like, I'm still in school. I said I'm about to go back to school because it's over the summer. I was like, I'm about to go back to school. I think I was going back to school next week. I was like, I'm going back to school next week. So I could work like any day, but I have to get off at a decent time. She was like, okay, that's no problem, and all this and all that. And I was like, okay. So then she told me that I had to come in like, I don't know what a time. It was like, she said something, I had to come in so I could finish working out my work. So I was like, okay. Then Thursday I had to go to my mom's job because my mom's a teacher, so I had to go help set up her classroom. So I remember the lady told me to call her to see what time I can come in and finish my work, my paperwork. I called. They was like, oh, she didn't come in yet. I was like, okay. It was like, call back later. I called back around like 1, and the boy was like, this is rush hour right now, so I'm gonna put you on hold. I was on hold for about 30 minutes. I was so upset. Like, you got me on. You just could have told me to call back again. So then finally when he got back on the phone, he was like, oh yeah, she not here today. Excuse me? I was like, she not here today. He was like, yeah, she's not here. She come back tomorrow. I was like, I was calling this whole time and y'all mean to tell me she's not here? I was so upset about that. I was so freaking upset. So then called the next day. That was a Friday. Yeah, I called her on Friday. So I let her know, hey, I interviewed with you. And she was like, okay. So she was like, come in Monday. Remind y'all, I told y'all the next week I had to go to school. So I was like, my first day of school. So I was like, okay. So I went in on Monday, but I didn't work. I just had to sign papers. So I left school went there, and she was telling me that she was only there for a couple of weeks, so she really don't know everybody's name yet. And I was like, okay. And then I started filling out my work, and she told me after I finished filling out my work, I had to go up to the desk. I had to go up to the desk and tell them I'm finished, cause she was in the back cooking. All right, so I did that, and there was this other manager who was there too. I ain't gonna say her name. She looked at me, and I told her, and I gave her back her computer. I was like, I'm done. She looked at me, she rolled her eyes. I was like, she got an attitude. My own mama said she had attitude. She was like, she got an attitude. I was like, yeah, she got an attitude. So then the lady came out, and she was like, what day can she was like, when can you start? I was like, I can start tomorrow, and that'll be on Tuesday. So that night I went to Walmart. I got some little water resistant shoes, and that was it for that day. So Tuesday came. I was so hyped. Like at school, I was hyped. I didn't even eat lunch, I don't think. Like I was that hyped. And as soon as I got out from school, I called my mama. I was like, hurry up. So then I was at my uncle's house getting ready, and she finally came and picked me up, and she took me over there. I was so nervous. Like, I was super nervous. The only reason I chose that day for Tuesday was because my friend was working that day. So I was like, okay. And I went, and I was like, I'm new, and I said some other stuff, I can't remember. And they was like, oh, so you the new girl? I was like, yeah. And so the manager came out, the one who hired me. She came out, and she was like, here you go, here's your clothes. It was an apron and a shirt and a hat. And she was like, your hair can't be like shoulder length. And I just cut my hair, so I already knew my hair wasn't shoulder length. So I went on ahead and put on my clothes. I went to the bathroom, put on my clothes, and they didn't tell me I had to tuck my shirt in or nothing like that. Because when I looked around, I really didn't see nobody with their shirt tucked in and a belt. So I was like, okay. So I went back out. My friend was like, I don't know who gonna train you. She was like, but they might ask me to train you. So I came out, and she told me, she was like, come here. And she was telling me some stuff. She was like, such and such is gonna train you. I was like, okay. It wasn't my friend though. I was like, oh, okay. And when I was back there, it was a gay girl. Like, I kid you not, it was a gay girl. She was like, what's your name? And I was like, Taryn. She was like, oh, you cute. I was like, thank you. And I was like, keeping it moving. Then the other manager came out. She was like, you work today? I was like, in my head I was like, obviously, you see me, I got on clothes. But I was like, yes ma'am. She was like, come here. And so her and the gay girl, they went to the office, and she was like, you got to tuck your shirt in. And so I was tucking my shirt in. Please tell me why the gay girl's still back there. She ain't a manager, she just a regular employee. She back there just looking at me, and I was like, then she talking about you got some big boobs. They look like watermelons. I said, bye. Like, literally. I was like, and the manager, she started laughing. The other manager started laughing. I was like, that's not funny. Like, y'all got perverts here. So I let that slide. I didn't care, because like, somebody gonna say it to me someday. So I didn't really care. So the girl who was training me, honestly, I really didn't like her like that. I didn't. She had a bad attitude. Like, I looked at her like, girl, I'll spaz off or say something slick. That's really me. I'll say something slick. It don't even know it come out my mouth. Like, I'll really say something slick. So I was like, Lord, please don't let me say nothing slick to this girl, because she gonna get it. Because It's my first day. You act like I'm supposed to know what to do. You supposed to be training me. You doing the work for me. And I asked, and I told her, I said, let me try. And she got upset. Like, girl, me and you both getting paid. Like, sit down. So then my friend was like, I'll take over. So I was like, okay. Me and my friend, we was just doing it. And the other girl was supposed to be training me. She just went on here and jumped on register. So I was like, okay. And I was doing it the whole time. And it was like the end. At the very, very end. I looked around. I was like, I told my friend, I was like, hey, where the lady who hired me? She was like, oh, she left. I said, she left. She was like, yeah. She only worked a couple of hours a day and she left. Excuse me? I was like, she told me during my interview she will be training me. I said, she didn't even do that. She was like, nope, she didn't. I was like, okay, I let that slide. So I told the other manager, I was like, can I get off? That was the manager who straightened up my clothes. I was like, can I get off at 10? She was like, no, you can't get off at 10. Everybody else gonna want to get off at 10. I looked at her, I said, I got to go to school in the morning. She was like, okay, other kids in here got to go to school too. I was like, okay. Then it's a Caucasian boy. He walked out at 10. And she saw the look on my face when he walked out at 10. She was like, he got another job. Do it look like I care? No, I don't. Like, I got school. Just because he got another job don't mean nothing. I got school. So I was like, okay, bump it. Then she looked at me. She was like, you working tomorrow? I said, okay, what time do I supposed to come in? 4 o'clock. I was like, I get out of school at 3:30. You got to still come in at 4 o'clock. I was like, she was like, but you getting off at 10. I was like, but you just told me I couldn't get off at 10. So I was like, bump it. So next day, which is Wednesday, I was like, I don't want to go in, but I'm going to go in. So I went in and I was like, my friend, she didn't work that day. It was just me. Like, I ain't know what to do. So the lady who hired me, she was in. She was like, I can't find the computer. I was gonna let it train you, like, not train, but like let me train on the computer, so like I can get used to the cash register. But, and she looked at me talking about, but I'm gonna let somebody else train you because I can't find it. And I was like, okay, fine. So she told the girl to go ahead and train me on the cash register. I caught on it really quick. I caught on it to like 10 minutes. Like, that's how fast I was getting it. So I was doing that. And it was that same Caucasian boy who got off at 10. He was up beside me, so I asked him some questions every now and then. I was taking orders and stuff like that. So finally, I was like, I was doing the cash register and I was giving people their food. Like, that was like the whole time. So finally 10 o'clock hit. So I was clocking out. Told the manager, can I clock out? She was like, yeah. So Thursday, now Wednesday went real smooth. Thursday, I was like, I don't really want to go in again. But this time I had to get off at 11. Well, I'm going to give it to that in a minute. So I was like, all right, I'm going to get through it today with nothing. I did cash register and I gave people their food. My friend was there too, but my friend mainly, she did the food and I was doing cash register. So I was like, okay, this gonna be pretty good. So boom, I look around. It was already time for us to go. Like, that day went by fast, and I was like, dang, I got a test on Friday. I ain't studied for it. I ain't did none of that. So I was like, my mom gonna kill me if I fail. All that stuff was going through my head. So the lady was like, the other manager, the one who fixed my clothes, she was like, go around there and sweep. So I swept. And I asked her, could I clock out? No, you got the mop too. You and your friend got the mop. I was like, alright, so I'm up. Then she talking about something. Then she went around there and looked at it. This spot over here ain't mop. I look at my phone. It's 12 something. I said, oh, the devil done told another one. So she talking about something. You know what? Just go home and I'll fix it. What I did? She gave me the cue, right? I clocked out. So Friday, it was another manager that came in. I never saw her before. I was like, when they gonna give me a break? Like, oh. So I never saw her a day in my life. And she was like, you knew? And I was like, yes, ma'am. She was real cool, even though she got mad at me. So I was on cash register. And so me and my friend was on cash register. And the man gave me $100 bill. And I was like, I calculated. And I was like, this don't seem right. So I calculated again. I finally got the total right. Then my friend looked at me. She was like, that don't seem right. I was like, what don't seem right? She was like, and she calculated. She told me I owe the man. That man got like $50 worth of stuff or something like that. Told me I owe him $46. I said, girl, that is not right. So finally, the manager, who I was just talking about, who I said was nice before she got mad at me, she came around there and I told her what happened. She looked at me and was like, you know what, get off register. I was like, bump it, I don't care, because I ain't feel like being on register. So I was not on register the rest of that day. But I still had to get off at 11. So I had to still sweep, mop, clean the bathrooms, the toilets, take out the trash. I did all that, just me and my friend by ourselves. Like, where was everybody else? In the back. They was in the back. So that was Friday. So Saturday, I looked at my mama. I was like, I don't feel like going in. I had to go in at like 2. My friend, she didn't have to work that day. So I went in and I was like knocked out. Like, I was about to be knocked out asleep in there. So I clocked in. I ain't say nothing to nobody. I got back on cash register because they told me to do it. Because even though the lady told me to get off and not go back on, she told me, oh yeah, today you working cash register because such and such didn't come in. I was like, okay. So I went ahead and did it. I did that pretty good. My god sister came in. It was taking pictures of me and I was like, oh my god. Oh my god. That was so embarrassing. And so I was like, 11 o'clock hit. No, they closed at 12. 12 hit. I was so tired. Like, I was worn out. I had to mop, clean, do all that. And y'all see that, or y'all hear that, I didn't mention a break. We didn't get any break. So, Sunday came. Well, actually, my god sister came on that Sunday. So, Sunday came. I was so exhausted. Like, I went to church, too. I was, like, super exhausted. So, I was like, I may just get through it and just be happy. So, I went, did what I was supposed to do. Did all that, what I said before, mop, clean, take care, do cash register, all that. I did all that until, 10, 11, something like that. I don't know what time they close. I don't care now. So, then, Monday came. My mama said, She was like, let me see your schedule. So, I took a picture of the schedule. I didn't get off till that next Sunday. Well, to the Sunday that was coming up. My mom said, My mama went up there. My mama and my daddy. I was like, ugh. So they talked to the lady that hired me. My mama was like, my daughter got school. My daughter been failing her test. She can't be doing this. She was like, well, ma'am, I'm sorry. And all this and all that. She was like, I'm going to try to get her out by 11. So I was like, all right. No, she said, out by 11 with nothing. Out by 11. I said, okay, bet. Me and my friend worked that day. 11 hit. She looked at me. I looked at her. She was like, she said you was going to go at 11. I was like, yeah, I know. All of a sudden, the lady called me back there talking about some, you have to wash your dishes. I wash the dishes. But I ain't gonna cap. I was going slow with washing them dishes. I ain't gonna cap. So then me and my friend was washing the dishes. Still ain't got to 12. My daddy said, I can't do this no more. So Tuesday came. I was like, Dad, give it one more day. So Tuesday came. And it was like, we was busy. Like, real busy. I don't know why, but we was just real busy. So the day went by fast. And so this man, we was already closed, but they forgot to give him some ketchup or something, ketchup and napkins. So this man, he came out. Or he knocked on the door, and I opened the door. I was like, yes, sir. He was like, I just ordered some food. Can I get some ketchup and napkins? So I went back and gave him ketchup and napkins. And he must saw on my face that I was so exhausted. He was like, here you go. This man slid me $5. And I was giving it back to him. He said, no, keep it. He was like, I see that y'all been working hard. I was like, okay. So then I finally went back to the back and told my friend. I was like, girl, guess what? She was like, what? And I pulled it out my pocket. She was like, oh my God. So me and her was doing dishes. Then the manager called me back there. The hiring manager that hired me called me back there. She was like, Taryn, you missing $5 out your cash register. I looked at her. I said, I was not on my cash register. I said, I was not on my cash register like that. I said, do you remember? I said, as soon as I came in, I said, I was on my cash register. I said, but the person who ordered had a card. I said, so after that, I wasn't on my cash register. I said, because you told me to go back there and wash dishes. And I said, every time I washed dishes, more dishes came. And it was no sense for me just to leave it in there. She was like, okay. She was like, but you still have to pay it because it came out your thing. I was like, ain't no way. So I told my friend, I was like, was you on my cash register? She was like, no, such and such was on your cash register. It was that Caucasian boy. I was like, oh no. Oh no. And I asked him, I said, was you on my cash register? He said no. I said, then who was on my cash register? He blamed it on my friend. I was like, oh no. And my friend looked at me. She was like, you know I wasn't stealing $10. She said, you know that. I was like, okay, bump it. So I went in the car. I told my dad. He said, you ain't paying that because you quit. I was like, I quit. He was like, yeah. He was like, I'm calling up there tomorrow and I'm going to tell them. At first I thought he was kidding. Nope, he sure wasn't. My daddy called up there. He said, Taryn quit. I said, and the lady was like, sir, I'm so sorry. She was a real good worker. My daddy said, okay, she quit. I was like, so then I got my check. My check finally came in. My check actually came in that Tuesday when I worked. Yeah, my check came in. And I was happy with my check. My check was like $300. I was so happy. And then I was like, that's it right there. But mind you, I ain't paid that $10. I did not. So then a couple of weeks later, after I quit, I was about to go to school. And I was like, let me check my bank account. I checked my bank account. $200 something was in there from Zaxbys. I said, oh, I ain't gonna say nothing. I kept it moving. Like, oh God, I kept it moving. I was like, I ain't gonna say nothing. And so later on, my friend, she finally told me she quit. And I was like, finally? She was like, yeah, I quit. She was like, it was $100 missing out my account, out my register. And she was like, and she said I wasn't on my register the whole time. I was like, who was on your register? She said such and such, and it was that Caucasian boy. I said, oh God. I said, he is stealing money. She was like, I know he is. She said, but they told me and him that we had to pay $50 each. Cause I told him that it was him, and he said it wasn't him. And she was like, me and him kept going back and forth, and I told him I was not paying the whole $100. She said, so I had to pay 50 and he had to pay 50. I was like, yeah, you got to be kidding me. You got to. No. So that was my experience with Zaxbys, but some Zaxbys are different. Cause where I stay, they're real different. Like, I don't know if Zaxbys around different places have breaks. I don't know, but when the one I was working at did, and that was a terrible job. Like, I was so upset by that thing. Like they was working me that whole time. But that's it. But I will come back with another story time. But that's gonna be a surprise though. I might do it tomorrow. But anyway, I'll see y'all later.
I'm a savage, yeah. Classy, bougie, ratchet, yeah. Sassy.